Hello, boys, girls, and MBs. Welcome back to the stream. Our last stream crashed, but we're going to be talking about the Samwitch and Stanz podcast. We're going to chuck through this and talk about it because I fucking love both of these creators. I think they're awesome people. I think they're really cool. And I don't know, it was a fun episode. Now on to do a little react and chat. And then earlier we actually streamed. And then the stream crashed, and I deleted the other part of the stream because it looked all weird and it crashed. Yeah, so we're back. I'm gonna recrack a new one here. This time, Waterloo grape. Zeroed out, baby. I gotta buy more. It's the last Waterloo grape. I gotta get more of them. Oh yeah. Okay, this does taste a little, in some ways, better than Zevia. It also tastes thick, baby. Holy crap, I just realized something. So today I filmed, on the side, those people that don't know this, aside from doing this, aside from skateboarding, I film things. So I filmed a St. Patrick's Day event, and I filmed a wedding, and then now I'm here. But I realize in saying that it is like the day that people go out and do St. Patty's Day things, whether it's like with friends or family or whatever. It's this weird thing, this weird concept, and I think the concept is precisely because maybe like the holiday lands on a work day, so that's why people do this, and that's probably 100% the reason, but I feel like this always keeps happening. We should just reschedule St. Patrick's Day to a weekend. Every time it lands on a weekday, we should just reschedule it. Change the day of it. Because, dude, this whole, like, celebrate before the actual holiday thing is weird. I also am not a fan of St. Patty's Day. Those of you that are new here, maybe you don't know this. I've never had alcohol before. So St. Patty's Day is an especially weird holiday for me. Because I feel like in America, St. Patty's Day has become this blown out holiday to drink. And if you go around and ask, I probably should have done this today. This would have been, if I had time, do the street interviews in Chicago and be like, what are you going out with St. Patty's Day to do today? All right, boom, drink. Like, I already asked a couple of my normie friends what they're up to today. And they all told me the same thing. They all said they're drinking. Look, I'm not here to shame. Not here to shame. If you drink, that's your thing. I understand it, right? Just because I don't drink doesn't mean it's unacceptable for others to do, right? So I get it. It's like an excuse to drink and all that, but it is funny because these are the hours that people go out, and people start going out at like 10 a.m. I realize. I never knew that till today, actually. I thought people just went out at night, and I was like filming something that literally started at 10 a.m. today, and I was like, wait, so people are drinking and acting as though it's like midnight right now at 10 a.m.? That's kind of crazy. So that kind of threw me for a whirlwind. But I also realized too, as I get older, I don't know if other people relate to this or not, but I also realized that other people, like, and maybe this is just like a me thing, but I realize as I get older, these St. Patrick's Day events or like whatever, what have you, don't seem as like follow the mass crowd to do this big thing type event doesn't feel as appealing the older that I get. And I think this has a lot to do with like maybe personality type or something. Like, I feel like if I had a couple friends that were going to something, even then I would be like, let me think on it first. And then I'm not as tempted to go anymore. Like, I feel like a younger version of me might have been like, hell yeah, let's go. But I think the older version of me is staring down the barrel of a fucking lens on this day and not hanging out with people and not having fun. And I'm staring down the barrel of a lens and I'm fixing the position of the camera and chirping my ass off. That's what I'm doing. I'm a loser. I'm a loser. Just kidding. It's a lie. But I don't know. Why am I even saying any of this? I don't fucking know. I don't know why I'm telling you this. I think I'm just talking about St. Paddy's Day because I think it's a bizarre holiday. But they do. A lot of people get really excited about the Chicago River because it looks like this. It looks they put some green shit in it and they make it look like this, and people go crazy. I don't get it. The river's green and they're like, "Oh, it's green again this year." I'm like, "It was green last year and they did it too." So, yeah, that's I think part of it has to do with where I'm from, okay? But anyway, you guys don't need that you don't need none of that. All right, let's get into it.
I feel like that too.
This is the Samwitch and Stanz podcast. Samwitch One and Stanz podcast. And I didn't really get around to watching it. Also, another ADHD news. Oh God, what was it called? The Manosphere, Into the Manosphere, came out on Netflix. Did Louis Theroux, or however that said, Manosphere documentary change anyone's mind? What does it mean to be a man? Netflix calls it no barred. A shocking insight. Some have called it a shocking insight to the world, but others have accused it of failing to shed new light on the phenomenon. Yeah, it's going to be hard to come up with new topics, especially because I'm online-brained. And I've heard already that it's nothing new. I'm going to know all this shit. Maybe I should go watch it now. Maybe I should get off stream here in a little bit and go watch it. We need to get over to this, though. But it's called Into the Manosphere. Let's see if I can find it for you. Into the Manosphere. Yeah, it's right here. It's on Netflix. And the dangers. What's this?
Ever wonder why some kids resemble an ex more than their father?
Oh, is this from the movie?
The more men a woman has been with, the higher the risk of negative mutations in her future children.
Louis, what do you think?
That video, that was ridiculous. The thing about, oh, you have a kid and it resembles your previous partner, no one thinks that.
Well, there has been scientific data that reflects this when it comes to females.
See, this is what when
bonding.
they talk about misinformation on the internet, this is what they're talking about.
Ever wonder why?
Oh my God, that might be an insert from the movie. Damn, it feels like maybe a boomer hit that subject a little too late. A little too late, perhaps. What am I doing? Let's get over to this. I'm chirping your ear off, and you guys are like, I don't even know this guy. Maybe you're new here, and you're like, I don't know who this, I don't know who he is. And he's just chirping down at, chirping. Let's get to this section right here. I want to talk about this.
I feel like generally, and I applaud them on it. I mean, I've had outliers, like stalker stuff, but like majority of my audience, like they're chill as hell.
Right.
Especially like for me being like a female streamer, like I genuinely across the board feel chill. Now, granted, my audience isn't like massive.
Sure. No, it's hundreds of people. It's 1,000 people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I will say this, and this is probably why I wanted to talk about this a little bit. It is, how do I say this without it sounding weird? It is a phenomenon, or not maybe a phenomenon might be the right word, but it's like a interesting thing here where Samwitch does have a uniquely good audience for having I'm a regular chatter in her streams. There's maybe, let's say for every 10 streams she does, there's maybe a total of 4 chatters total across the board that she'll have to pull up on the screen. Maybe a little more, maybe 5 or so at most that she'll have to pull up on the screen out of 10 streams that last a handful of hours and just be like, hey, what the fuck, and that doesn't, maybe she doesn't pull up as many, but when I read the chat in her stream seems pretty normal for the most part. There's nothing that seems insane, and and she'll talk about it here, but I have a feeling it has to do with the games that she's playing and her personality and bringing in the right people. A lot of her audience I know came from even like Jarvis Johnson. She got like a stack of audience from. She got some audience from obviously like being on the platform, her own stream. She got audience coming from TikTok. I think she pushed a bunch of her stuff on in like short form stuff and got them over there. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and so I think about that all the time. I'm really grateful that they're just chill. I genuinely.
Or at least they rated it around you. That's
Yes,
like the big thing. It's like,
exactly.
you know what? There's gonna be some weirdos,
Yeah.
but like just.
I
don't
think
let it go.
maybe I'm like crude enough that they get the ick.
Sure, exactly. They're like, oh, maybe, and you burp, and like,
And
oh,
they're like,
okay,
nah.
well, you know what? Back to browse.
Talk about some weird shit. No, I think a lot of them when I log off, they go and I don't know, maybe they despawn or something.
Sure, yeah,
But
they
I
only
do
exist
think
in
that
chatters.
they mostly log off. But yeah, going back to what you were saying, like doing stuff, I really applaud people that do podcasts and like YouTube and stuff.
Well, I guess for those that don't know, I feel like I have to say this, but it might be pretty obvious. But the reason that's so unique about her audience is because most of the time, women streamers unfortunately get the worst case scenario. It's like mostly like half weird dudes and then half ladies in there, if that. Sometimes it's usually just like a bunch of dudes that they have to like mitigate and be like, calm down, brother.
Outside of streaming, because when you go live like a full-time job and then you log off and you're like, I have to go talk more, like you just the battery runs out.
Absolutely, hardest job in the world. Some
It's-
say.
I was thinking about that yesterday. How
Do you guys remember the reference? The hardest job in the world. Right here, do you guys remember this?
Hassan Abi thinks that a 9-to-5 job is harder than streaming.
A real job can be gruesome, but a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you.
So when that clip got taken quote-unquote out of context, Hassan responded with his own minute clip of the content.
Oh god, this is like a hater reel. I was just trying to find the original clip where he said the streaming's harder than a 9-to-5. That, oh my god. But you can see, look at this. You can see this shit's all over the timeline. XQC reacts, so it's
The same way that 9 hours of streaming, you know what I mean?
Depends
In the same way that 9 hours of streaming absolutely will.
I mean, the point of defense is like, maybe there's like.
I think that was the reference.
going back to what you were saying, like doing stuff, I really applaud people that do podcasts and like YouTube and stuff outside of streaming, because when you go live like a full-time job and then you log off and you're like, I have to go talk more, like you just the battery runs out.
Absolutely, hardest job in the world. Some say.
Oof. I was thinking about that yesterday. How like you spend all these hours just like talking into a camera and talking to these people that are like not physically in your house.
Sure.
And sometimes all the tech goes off and you're just like sitting in the silence.
Right, it's weird, huh?
It is weird. It's like hosting a party in your house and then all of a sudden you press a button and everybody just disappears.
Right.
And you're just like,
Do you ever get a sense of, I know I personally get this sometimes, especially when I was streaming a lot, because I used to stream 7 days a week, you know, like 8 hours a day, whatever, which is
Yeah.
still less than you're doing.
Yeah.
But I would like finish a stream, or maybe a long stream. Rochelle's out of town, I'm going 12 hours. And I would turn it off and I would get like a sense of dread of like, oh no, what did I just do?
yeah.
Like, holy
It's like
shit.
post-nut clarity, but for
Yeah,
streaming.
for streaming. Yeah, it is that. Exactly.
It's like, oh, that thing I was talking about. Like, actually,
Shit.
wait, I'm cringed out by that.
Yeah, it's like I've been staring at this monitor. My eyes are probably like hurting. My
Yeah.
body is hurting.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do it again tomorrow. How do I
Yeah.
feel about that?
You
I used to be really
you
bad.
get in the zone, and that's like, this is a concept that I talk about a lot that we can yap about forever.
There's this thing with streaming. I notice it happens with me too. Like I have a couple, like I think now I have a couple like 2-hour streams. I did that one that almost went 4 hours recently. There's this thing of streaming that like when you first start a stream, it's like almost nerve-wracking because you know it's when someone else watches it, at least you know they're paying extra close attention to that first part, right? And there's that, but then there's also like the setting up angle of it, and there's also making sure all the tech goes right, and all these different things. So you go through that, and then once you start streaming, it kind of eases into you a little bit, and then it kind of like halfway through it, all of a sudden, then it kind of gets easy and free flowing, and there's less pressure and all that. And then it gets to the point where, because there's such less pressure, it almost just feels like you're actually talking to people and like hanging out with people, you know, and you got like a chat going and everything. And then it becomes almost addicting, where then you're like not only locked into the content that you're watching, but you're also locked into your chat. And then you start to feel this dread where you're like, well, I don't want to let the chat go. So then you keep going. And then it's like becomes this thing that you can't stop once you're in it, right? And I imagine if I had like a chat right now, I'd probably, because right now St. Patty's, people are out, right? So no one's going to freaking hang out tonight. I get it. But it's kind of this weird thing, but they'll talk about more. Is
like leaving username at the table. And I've really been trying to like talk to my friends about this, because I think there's a problem right now with content creators where a lot of them don't do that. And it's like the moment everything goes off, like, and I stand up, like Samwitch stays at the table.
Really?
And I've like been trying, especially like this year, well, I guess I would say like 2025, 2026, sure. We just started, we're here already. Really trying to like leave Samwitch in the spaces that she belongs, but then like Sam username or Sam last name like comes back to me the second everything's off.
That's
Wait, what? I don't know if I understood that. Let's see.
So funny, because I think in the early days of like content creation, even like the very early days of YouTube, like you would create a persona to like hide your personal details and stuff. And then there was like the glory years when I started streaming of like, actually, if you are just yourself, everyone loves that. And it's like, you should just be who you are on stream. Otherwise you're a faker.
Yeah.
And now it's like, wait, that was also very unhealthy. Like letting so many people into who you are.
Yeah. There's a balance.
The other direction. Yeah,
there's a balance you have to strike. And I think what happens is like a lot of content creators, instead of like letting...
It is kind of funny because I think with Sam, and I did watch a good deal of Stan's streams when Stan uses stream every single day. I found Stan also through Jarvis. Both of these creators I found through Jarvis. But if you watch both of them enough, I feel like they do a good job of like sharing enough about who they are that I don't feel like I'm distant from them, right?
This is like a weird concept. Instead of like letting their audience into who they are, they let their username persona take over who they are so that they can do that. Does that make sense?
Like
kind
that
of
side gets more control of the mech.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then it gets to the point where you like, have you ever met another content creator and you talk to them and you get to know them at a party, you get to know them like off stream, and you go like, where do you exist? You know, it's like you feel like you're talking to username, and then you get to the point where you're like, I don't actually know like when I'm gonna get to legal name person. Right. You know what I mean? There's some people that you can very much tell they, you know, the second the camera's off, they're whatever. But then there's some people that I meet that I just go like, I don't know like how many people have cracked into who this person actually is. Right. You know?
I've spent a lot of time with XQC offline when we were doing like juiced and off-brand stuff like in the early days. And that was like so fascinating to me.
Yeah.
Because it was like,
oh my God, he hung out with XQC. What a random hangout. Holy shit.
Yeah.
And you're willing to like be more raw and talk about things off stream that maybe you wouldn't talk about on stream, but you're the same person.
Yeah.
And that was so crazy to me, because the other side, like there's like the Ludwig universe. I meet all the young people, the face people, and I'm like, okay, I kind of get that.
Yeah.
And then I also have like my friends that were friends pre-content, that are doing content, like Jarvis side.
Yeah.
Where it's like all the people at his parties are the most normal human beings. So like, yeah, you know, sign my kid up for kindergarten and stuff. They would never talk about their content in a million years.
You and Jarvis knew each other for a long time.
Jarvis hanging out with normies.
Long time. I didn't know that until, can I show you the photo of me and Jarvis? So somebody was taking photos, like digital photos. And I'll send you this so you can put it up on screen. Look at this. This like the photo that we were about to blow out the birthday cake, and Jarvis just gave me the cutest, the warmest hug.
Wait, what is the filter? It looks almost like a photo from the 90s of like
it's
grandma's
That's
birthday.
very
it's the
Jarvis.
film camera face.
Yeah, that's cool.
Everybody's doing film cameras. I got this really cool film camera it's weird because it's a digital film camera, right? So you can Bluetooth the photos right to your phone, which seems a little cheesy.
Sure.
Kind of like, is that
what most people do? They're not like developing the photos.
Which I guess it is like a film camera. It like processes it the same way that film would, but then you can just like Bluetooth it to your phone.
Right.
So anyways, those are really cool. Here's why
I thought that, you know what? That's funny she brought up that Bluetooth film camera digital. I saw this recently somewhere. I think it's this camera right here. A lot of people are like chirping about it online. It's like a big controversial thing. I think that's it. Yeah. People are mad at that apparently. Because they're like, oh, it ruins the point. It should just be all it ruins the point. It should all be just film. It ruins the purpose of. I don't fucking know what the argument is. But I'm probably gonna watch this segment and get the hell off stream because I'm getting tired.
Film cameras are coming back. I have a theory.
Okay.
You walk up to somebody with your phone at a party and you say, "Can I take a photo of you guys?" You're a pervert, right?
Yes, it's disgusting.
You're a weirdo.
Yeah, someone did that to me. I'm never talking to him again.
Exactly.
You know
it's
what I mean?
like, hey, can I take a photo of you? No, just
I'm lying.
you.
I would actually love that. Chad, if you're ever around, I'm always available.
It's like cute. It's like, oh, here's a picture of you and your wife. Yeah. But you walk up to somebody with a film camera and you're like, "Can I take a photo of you guys?"
Yeah.
People they love it.
Yeah,
They're so
of course.
excited. And so it's fun to like take film cameras and stuff because then you can get all these photos of people and then you send it to them like a month later if it develops.
Sure.
And people are like,
especially if you're scamming with Bluetooth, because then you're getting the best of both worlds. It's like
the next
so
day.
easy. Yeah.
Like, wow, you
Best
took that film
of
really
both
quickly.
Yeah, dark home.
But yeah, so tell me about how you and Jarvis know each other because I don't actually know this lore.
Yeah, we.
Damn, I caught the lore before Sam even caught it. That was funny. I was like, I already knew.
Both. So we're all from different parts of the U.S. He's from the South. I'm from Arizona. But we met in San Francisco working for Patreon. We were just talking about like having a Patreon for podcasts before this. But we both worked there before either of us had even like a thought of doing content. I had done like esports stuff and even some like interviewing in college. But then I was like, I'm
not Hannah Montana.
I'm going to be a startup guy. I'm going to make $1 billion in San Francisco. Yeah. And went up there and he was like, I'm a little tech boy. I'm going to code, make $1 billion in San Francisco. Yeah. And so he would.
Jarvis actually just put out a new video that I caught myself watching. Jarvis, that's someone. Goddamn, I wish I could get a hold of Jarvis. That's someone that would be fun to do a video with one day. Someone in my real life recently pointed out to me that I think they met Jarvis when they went to LA, and I was like, I was kind of like, what the fuck? I'm always like one freaking meter away. I'm always like the closest little step away from knowing somebody in this space. I swear to God, it's like just when I think I'm like the 100 degrees away, I'm like 1 degree away from knowing somebody. Yeah, it was this delusional world. Oh, this was an interesting video. This is where I got up to. He was talking about somebody that I think is in his like tech space that he used to be in. And this girl's like a huge like LinkedIn influencer or something, which being a LinkedIn influencer is a funny predicament in of itself. I don't fucking know. Maybe you make a lot of money on there. Maybe that's why they do it. I don't know. Who am I to say? I'm not a LinkedIn influencer, so why do I know that? I don't. So I'm going to shut the fuck up. I'm going to continue watching this.
Was an engineer there and I was on the sales team there and that's where I met Jordan.
Right.
And then because I didn't interface with he was on the sales team as well, didn't interface with the engineering team as much, and then got to know him, but really got to know him more like in this post Patreon world.
Yeah.
Like he was an acquaintance and friend. He would like be at parties and say hi and ask what he's doing. And now we're like good friends. And he lives not far from here and we see each other.
He gave me a really good jacket for my birthday because the theme was nowhere to wear this. So everybody everybody had to come
Sorry, we
wearing.
couldn't make it, baby.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't know why you didn't bring the baby. And so the theme was nowhere to wear this, so everybody had to come wearing something that they had in their closet that it was like
they love, but they just like, oh, you
when
never wear
do
this
I wear
in
this?
movies or something.
And so he brought this jacket that he gave me, at the party that I genuinely don't think he knew he was going to give me until the moment he was giving it to me.
Okay.
Violet's in. What's up, Violet? How are you? Oh yeah. God, are you ahead of St. Patty's now, or is it St. 3? Or are you doing anything for St. Pat? Is that even a thing out? Is that even a thing in Aussie, or is it just a weirdo American thing? I don't fucking know. I'm trying to think, cause yeah, that's where the rest of the chatters. Who was in my? Someone was in my Discord. Who was in my Discord that said they might come to stream? Dr. Mobius, is that you? No. Who's Dr. Mobius? I don't know who Dr. Mobius is. Why do I care who Dr. Mobius is? Maybe because they're in my Discord.
It was this black bomber jacket, and it says like hentai, but it with like in like.
Irish people only exist in the U.S.
The Pornhub, cool. Yeah. And he walks up and he's like, "Happy birthday," and I'm like,
"You know what? I haven't done one of the."
Like, thanks, Jordan, and he goes, "I got you this jacket," and I'm looking, and he's not wearing a jacket, and I go, "Is that you got me that?" And he was like, "Yep."
He felt uncomfortable wearing it. He was like, "You know what? I think you could pull this off
and
better."
I'm watching the cogs turn in his head, and I was like, "Did you wear that? And you're just giving this to me now because you realized you wanted to give me a birthday present?" And he's like, "Nope, brought this for you."
Yeah, of course. Come
you
on.
Know how Jordan is. He's like always in a bit. You know, he's always doing a bit. And so great jacket. Left it at Caroline's house. Whoops. But God, it was so good. There were so many funny things that people wear. One person was wearing like a there was 2 9/11 shirts, 2 different 9/11 shirts.
Oh my God!
Those anytime, I would say.
Exactly. I don't know why they didn't wear. And I bought this really cool like cat shirt that I bought. I kind of cheated. Like, you're not supposed to go to the store to buy something
weird,
but
it's your birthday. You can do whatever you want.
My birthday. Yeah. So I went to the store and I bought something. But yeah, it was fun. It was a good time.
That's cool.
31.
31. Can I say something that might be like hard to hear?
Always.
30 was great. I was like, dude, I'm never gonna die. I'm so young. The second I turned 31, it was actually such a nosedive.
Oh God, I did not need to hear that. I did not need to hear that. Oh God. He should have spared me with that. Oh God. That's not good. Okay, I'm gonna pretend I did not hear that. Can confirm body falls apart at 31. Oh no. Do we think Justin is out for St. Patty's today? Or is Justin out hanging? Justin's probably out playing music for St. Patty's. Probably on a gig, right? That's where that chatter's at. I like to guess where the chatters go. I think about that sometimes. I'm like, where would this chatter be right now? I'm in my 20s. I'm gonna live forever. Yeah, don't hit 30. Now require a bubble wrap suit. Oh no. I'm already falling apart. I mean, you guys have been hearing me bitch about my freaking hand on stream, which I today have gone all day without the freaking thing. You can see it looks a little weird, but we're getting there. You can see how it's like red. It's like red there, and like this part looks weird. We're getting there. I have runner's knee. I have back pain. I don't want to think about turning 31. Fuck. Yeah, it's sore. But we're getting there. Body is falling apart at 30. I'm washed. 30 and I'm washed.
Everything started hurting. I was going to the doctor. My eyes got worse. Literally, 31 was...
Spiritually in your 20s? No, incorrect. I should actually talk about something. I was going to talk about something other. Maybe I'll save the topic for my other channel. There was a topic that came to mind that felt insanely relatable today that I wanted to talk about. My back went at 29, so condolences. Oh my, condolences. I always read that word wrong on screen, but I say it right in the real world. I say condolences when I read it, but I'm really saying condolences. I don't know how that fucking happens. I'm just like, I revealed to you guys, I'm like, ESL. Condoleezza Rice's. I don't even know what that is. 29. What did you do to your back? What the fuck? What happened?
It's like it was night and day.
Yeah, you know, I'm really optimistic about 30. People say like your 30s are like your 20s, but you have money and your prefrontal cortex is developed.
Sure.
And I kind of buy it. Like I do feel like in my 30s I'm able to like process things emotionally like fully.
Right.
You know, like things in my 20 that would have just like sent me on like a head spin.
Mm-hmm.
That's a reason why. And I don't know, how long have you been doing content creation?
I've been doing content full time
like
since,
on camera, I guess.
Yeah, 2020.
Okay.
And then I did like regular business.
Same.
Before
Okay.
that.
Yeah, same. So I am so glad that.
By the way, in case chatters can't tell, I'm doing this as a, I was going to say Condoleezza. In case you can't tell, I am doing like a fun stream. I covered some little small pocket of drama in that other stream that crashed. But I worked my freaking butt off today. I'm like, I need to do a fun, easygoing stream. That's why we're doing this. I feel like it's good. It's good and healthy, right? To do. I had this thought. Speaking of, they're talking about content here. Oh God, what did I do? Well, I hit a button.
Young.
I did the wrong.
The second I turned 31, it was actually
everything
such a nosedive.
I don't know, how long have you been doing?
Okay, here we're back. Where was I going with this? Oh, I realized this thing about myself. I don't know if this happens to other people, but with content specifically, I notice if I watch too much of one thing over and over, like repeatedly, then I start to feel a certain way. Like, I now don't think I can. Like, I almost had to take a break from watching Hassan streams or like watching like too much drama consumption on Twitter, or like I have to like watch things in like little pockets and then turn it off and then turn it on again later, because I noticed something about myself, and especially this happens with like content creators too, where if they talk consistently about like this TikTok drama or like this drama, this, that, everything becomes dramified, which is fun, right? It can be fun, but from the content creator perspective, and even as a viewer perspective, sometimes it can like, I don't know, it can almost get into your psyche a little too much, that your own things in your own life become dramified as a result of consuming too much of it. But on the other end of it, when you get into the drama pockets, sometimes you'll find yourself at these alleyways of saying things that may not necessarily be true, because the internet feeds you so much drama that you start to have these blurred lines of like, all right, well, what is true here? What isn't? And, you know, you'll get duped into all these reels and all these fucking TikToks and then you'll see another person making a video debunking this and that. And it's a weird cycle. I don't know if this makes any sense to anybody, but that's why Drama Brain isn't good for being a person. Yeah, that's why I've been trying to like split up the streams a little bit lately. Do like drama coverage and or internet. And I feel like I do a decent job of it. Like I'm trying to do like internet news and drama in the same thing, so it's not just like drama. And then if I do a drama style stream enough, I will try to then throw in like gaming, or I'll try to throw in like, I need to set up, holy fuck, look what I found. Did I tell you guys this? Look at this. Look what I found.
Content creation.
Look at this.
I've been doing content full time
Like
since
on camera, I guess.
Yeah, 2020.
What? Okay.
And then I did like
That scared me, the way that started. That was not okay. But, and I bought batteries today. Oh my gosh, wait, does this take 1 or 2 batteries? Maybe this takes 2? 1. Oh my gosh, wait. I can actually go get batteries from my car. Do you guys remember this? This would be a fun game for stream. Oculus. I think I did this once on stream. Maybe on Twitch I did it. Maybe not on here. I don't remember. VR? Yeah, I think it's VR. And there's like a site you have to log into to do this. And I know I have to charge this. Let's see. So if I charge the headset a little bit, will it work? Okay, so I'll charge the headset. And then I have I don't know if this will work. VR. We need VR bowl together. Yeah, so I don't know. All to say, I try to do my best to like do fun streams where we just like do like the Chad react, for instance. We did the Curtis Connor react. What else? The stream I did with Kenzie where we did the making beats. Yo, what is up? How's it going? First time here? Or is that Jack Amnesia? What up? Thanks for coming in. Heartbreaker is dead. We're watching this stream and we're talking about content. Heartbreaker's dead. Heartbreaker's dead? Who's Heartbreaker? Who's Heartbreaker? Hold up. I need to figure this out. What's Heartbreaker? Let me see, what? Let me search something. Assman Gold, what is up? Let's see, Heartbreaker. What am I missing? What am I missing? The song by Pat Benatar? What am I missing here? I feel like I missed the quick lingo on something. Let's get back into this. Let's get back into this discussion.
Like regular business.
Same. Okay, yeah, same.
Oh! Oh, the chatter! Oh! What? Yo! Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Australian Night. Is Heartbreaker the other chatter was getting harassed by another streamer's chat? Yeah. And then somehow Heartbreaker came into this. Wait a minute. What the fuck? Hold on. What do you mean dead? Is this just trying to start up drama again? And then that Heartbreaker chatter is going to come back in? I heard that she's dead? No. Fuck out of it. No. Her description? No. No. Is this... this is not Heartbreaker on... Maybe she'll rise again like Jesus. This is a fucking joke. It's a fucking joke. It's not serious. I'm just a dumbass that takes things literally. She haven't chatted. She was in here like one of my last few streams. She was in here for long. Yeah, no, that chatter was in here like one of the most recent streams I did. She'll rise again like Jesus. Oh, oy, oy, oy.
So I am so glad that I didn't start doing content creation in my early 20s or when I was young.
Yeah, or like as a kid, like people now.
No,
dude, it's miserable.
Like I'm so glad that my brain like fully developed because I started doing it. I guess.
No, shut the fuck up. I heard she. No, she did not. No, where misinfo? Unless you're giving me cold hard facts.
Would have been like 20. Probably would have been 25 because it was 2020. Also, COVID babies.
Sure.
Yeah.
Assman Gold, what are you doing? Do you guys Assman Gold and Violet, is that a crazy question I asked earlier? Do you guys do St. Patty's out there? Like in the way that, or is it different? I don't fucking know. I've not been to Australia on St. Patty's, nor have I like entertained that before. I assume it's the same thing out there, but I don't know if people yes and no. Okay, so this is a valid question asked. Thank God. I was feeling like a psychopath. Everything's more commercialized in the U.S. I think there's shit going on in the city for it. Do you guys ignore it? Aspen Gold, have you ever... Okay, is that a bad question for me to ask a chatter? Like, how old, unless you don't want to share, I understand. But are you of the age of someone that would entertain going to this kind of thing? Like, because for me, I was just talking, you're 44? Okay. So, a St. Patty's Day event, doesn't sound too appealing to you? Or does it? Because I was just talking about this earlier on stream, where it's like, I feel like I hit 30, and I'm like, I don't really want to attend these St. Patty's events. Like, there's nothing really about it, like, drinking aside, but just regular going doesn't seem appealing. I forgot it was St. Patrick's, so I saw my friends post in the river. I don't care about it, but if I remember on the day, I will try and wear green. Yeah, like, I tried to wear... Okay, I started my day off wearing this, and I was like, there's my green, right? So I don't look like a total freak. And then I realized I still didn't get the last grease stain off of this. And I was meeting a new client today, and I was like, I don't want to see a new client with a grease stain on my shirt. You've been to a few? It is like a bizarre thing. I'm eating mayonnaise on bread with ramen beside me as I watch this stream. That's amazing. What a fucking meal. That's some girl dinner right there. I party as hard as a teen, early to mid-20s, live music gigs too. Now I just want to relax at home and see if you have most stuff. Yeah, that's kind of how I am too. I'll go to shows. In fact, I'm driving like 3 hours to go to a show in 6 days. I never did anything in my teens yet. Now that I have more freedom, everyone's having kids. Jesus Christ. You know what? My cousin, my cousin is the identical way, and she was just texting me about this very similar issue. She was like, yeah, I'm just now starting to learn how to like go out, and she missed the whole window. I don't think I went to a lot of shows when I was younger. Like in my early 20s, I went to a ton of shows. Can I ask what you pay or typical gig pricing? Can I ask what you pay or typical gig pricing shows here? Oh, for tickets. I thought you meant like for what I film for. I was like, how does that translate? Okay, so the show that I'm going to that's like 3 hours away from now, that I paid $30 for. But there's like big venues around here. So I'll pay like there's a ticket I'm looking at right now that's like $65 that I might buy. Because there's like, I think 3 or 4 big artists on this bill that I know. There's also, what other show am I going to? I feel like there's, there's another show that I'm going to that I think I spent $185 on the ticket. It was to see, I won't even say it out loud because it'll be insanely revealing of where. But... let's see. I think it's in May. Let's see. Yeah, it's in May. I paid $150 for the ticket. Sometimes tickets are just like all over. And then there was a show I went to recently. The ticket was like $12. So they're really all over the place. Let me get a quote on stream real quick. Oh my God. I wanted to talk to you guys about this. Speaking of food. Okay, the chatter reminded me when... this chatter said I'm eating mayonnaise and bread with ramen beside me as I watch this stream. Okay. Wait, I'm going to answer Violet, then I'll go on. Good shows, artists here, like 80 cheapest. If it's international, it's usually 110 minimum. That's not the 110. Oh, minimum. Okay, but do you ever go to like smaller bar shows like we have in Chicago? I don't know if this is just like a uniquely Chicago thing, but we have like venues that have like a capacity of like 150 and then venues capacity of like 300 and then like sometimes I get into shows free because I know artists and shit like that, and they're my friends. They'll be like, I'll throw you on the list. I actually, holy fuck, I almost forgot. I bought a ticket for April 3rd to go to a show with a couple of friends. It's a show that like, it's an artist that a couple of my normie friends enjoy, so I'm hanging out with them. So we all bought tickets to this show, but we only know the opener. But the ticket was like $30. I'm on the list. Flex, yeah. Tiny shows in big city. I wonder if that's a thing out there. Okay, I'm gonna ask chatters this. I was texting someone this earlier, and now that chat's here, now that there's chatters here, I feel like I need a legitimate talk on this, all right? Get ready. I wish, okay, if Blender's watching this later on, Blender, this is also for you. I want also Blender's opinion, but I want chatter's opinions. All right. I have to know, why the fuck are wedding cakes so bad? Why? They look good. You look at it on the outside and it's like, wow, that's an incredible decoration. It looks like it's the coolest decoration ever. And then it's like, and then you taste it. You cut it and you have a slice. And it harder you boy. So ramen sounds delicious. What's up? A new chatter here. How you doing? Good to see you in here. We're reacting to this right now, the Samwitch and Stanz podcast. We'll get back to it. I'm on a little ADHD tangent talking about how bad wedding cake is right now. And I'm actually talking to chat. That's what we're doing. We're talking to chat right now. But what I was going to say is wedding cakes are so bad. I'm sorry. A podcast? Cool. Hell yeah. That's what's up. You seem like a cool chatter. Thanks for being here. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoy being here. There's I usually stream around like 9 to 10 p.m. Central. Usually for an hour or 2, sometimes 3. Every now and then get close to 4. We have a fun time. We hang out, we chat, we react to internet culture things and do all sorts of fun stuff here. We got a good group here. We got like, I don't know, 6, 7. We have like 6 or 7 different chatters. Come here and chill out. I think it's 50-50 for the weddings I've been to. Some are dry, some are delicious. Wedding cakes are made to look nice. Tastes. Okay, why wedding cakes aren't that bad? It's just people choose different. Look up prop wedding cakes. Here's my thing. I fucking hate weddings. I'm sorry. I just don't like them. I don't like attending them. I don't like how but I understand if you have a wedding and you enjoy going to weddings and it's like your thing, you get to see all your friends, your family, it's like a big deal for you, then I'm happy for you. But for me, it's like I almost get into like a state of depression in the middle of weddings. I start thinking about dying in the middle of weddings and it's not good. Everything that people say resembles what the things I would say when someone's passing away. So I start thinking about death throughout the wedding. And, yeah, it's not good. It's not good. But I understand the people that like them. Look up prop wedding cakes. Me wedding, you wedding, we wedding. But not judging. You took till death do us part, literally. Okay. Wait. That was fucking hilarious. Me wedding, you wedding, we wedding. Okay, here's the thing. Why are you going to spend a metric ton of money on a cake that looks nice but doesn't taste good? Look, I get a slice of the cake. I always make sure to get a slice of it before I go out because I'm going to try the cake. I've never had one good wedding cake. Actually, take that back. Scratch that. Who ain't wedding? Us wedding. Look, I was at a wedding recently, and I've told the story to a couple of friends. This bride's mom handmade a cake, and I literally saw it kind of like tilting. By the time I was going to get a shot of it, the cake was like tilting. That was the only good wedding cake I've ever tasted in my life. That cake was good because this mom literally fucking handmade it. Now, you're going to say, well, hey, that's what they do at the bakeries too, right? No, I think they make it. I almost did the I know they make them there, but they must sit in a fridge or sit out and they get dried out. Okay, the best kind of cake is, I'm going to get controversial for a moment. My favorite kind of cake, get ready. I love buttercream frosting cake, and if the cake itself is moist, I need a good moist cake. Then it's good. Then it tastes good. And I like the kind that has like buttercream filling in the middle of it. But listen. There's one place that I will accept a cake from. There is one place in the state of Illinois that I will accept a cake from. Anything else, I'm just like, all right, this is your cake for your party. I will have it. I will eat it, and it will be okay. But for me, if it's my own cake, there's one place, and I cannot say that place because it's too revealing, and I will not say that online. Poopy Fountain. Oh, that's funny. What were we talking about before I got into the okay, I feel like my whole stance on weddings here definitely differs from like every chatter here for sure, because this is like a topic I've thought about making a video on. Piss rain, don't waste any free water, my boy. I feel like my stance on weddings is way different than chatters here. Like, because I don't know how I ever arrived at this conclusion. When I was younger, I remember my cousin's wedding happening when I was really young. And I remember going up to my mom in the first 10 minutes asking her, when can I leave this? I don't like being here. When can I leave? And I don't even think I really was fully conscious enough to know that it was my cousin's wedding. I was just like, oh, this thing is kind of boring me. I need to leave. I don't think I've ever been a guest at a wedding. My friends just went straight to kids. Well, that's another thing. Weddings cost a lot of money. Whenever someone has a wedding, I'm like, who has the money in this economy? Like, who has the money? And like, I get it. Like, there's people that have the money. I understand that. But also, like, all right, let's say able to meet at every event. Can I go home now? Okay, here's the thing. Wait, I was a flower girl at my aunt's wedding in 2000s. I remember I ruined my white dress. Yeah, they're like, there's always, okay, look at this. If you have a wedding, you got a wedding, right? You got, all right, maybe your parents have or maybe you and your significant other have the money. Wherever the money comes from. You got $50,000, all right? Now, that person or you guys, that collection of money you have, and you have the options. You're like, I can go put a down payment on a house and go on a nice vacation, or I can have a wedding. And then some people might have enough, and then they do both. And if like that's you, then you're in the top percentile of people, and that's another story. But if you're not there and you have a choice, ain't no way a chatter is saying Einstein Island. Why have I never thought about that before? To throw somebody off Einstein Island. I hate my grandma's house too cold. If you have a wedding, you got a wedding, Max Williams. I'm a flex and say my wedding was less than $3K with okay. Still feels like too much money for a fancy day. Yeah. Okay, if you have and this is another thing. I'm talking about big weddings when I say this. I'm not like look, I don't think I would have if the money was there. I don't think I'd have an issue with like a quick 15-20 person thing, right? I don't think that'd be an issue for me. Like one of my friends did this out in Jamaica. He did a ceremony that lasted literally 5 minutes. We did dinner, and then he like surprised his bride with a song he wrote for her and like sung it to her and played it right in front of her. And it was the coolest fucking shit I've ever seen in my life. I was like, that's how it's done. And for the record, he did say to dress super casually, and I took that a little too far, and I dressed way more casually than anybody else there. So if you tell me to dress casually, you better if I'm in a boat and I saw the boat going closer and closer to Epstein Island, I'm jumping into the water, as you should. That's hilarious. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this podcast, the Max Cast. Fuck Timcast. I need to put up signs on the highway that say Max Cast. Shit, that sounds like a good idea. But here's the thing. Yeah, even like Violet said in the chat here. All right, your wedding is less than 3K with 25 people, and it still feels like too much money for a fancy day. Well, it's like, yeah, it's like if you can take that money and put it in another space of like a vacation or like a car or like maybe even towards your rent, like I feel like those things are precedents over like, and this is just my own personal opinion, but like, god damn, motherfuckers out here picking out glasses for everybody's table, and those glasses that people are sipping out of, $5K just for those. Boom, gone. Shit, you gotta put a candle at everybody's table. All right, there's $1,000. Boom, gone. All right, you gotta pick the venue. $20K, gone. All right, $30K, $40K, gone. Did you guys see that couple recently that like had their wedding in Mexico in a part that was like, bro, that's still bro is taking level 100 people in the wedding? Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of wedding that I don't like. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I'm like, save your money. Like, if you're gonna like, put your money into something else, you know, like, go, especially nowadays, like, hold on to that cash. Maybe that's where I fall apart in the argument, in the marketplace of ideas. But god damn, you know, Jafiel, should we get back to the sandwich react? Holy, let's see. All right, there it is. Should we go back to the react? Back to the react.
I'm so grateful because they're, bless their heart, but there are so many people that are like very, very young that are starting out their content creation journey.
Yeah.
And they're getting these like massive audiences, and I just go like, oh my god, like you need more trauma just off camera for a little bit.
Well,
you know what I
especially
mean?
because everything is IRL now.
Yeah.
And because like things that maybe you would hope they handle off.
Oh, yes. Okay. This is a good point. They're talking about. Okay. Nowadays, the younger group that is like creating content, I caught a 23-year-old, I think he said he was, the other day wearing Ray-Ban glasses, and he was filming. This is 2 people in the past like 2 weeks that I've caught wearing Ray-Ban glasses. So the one person I caught, who I think was a little bit older potentially, maybe younger, was filming a show, and it was like, I'm filming this show so I can go back and watch it later on the glasses, and I like understood that. But this other person that a 3-year-old, no, 23, not 3, 23. How old was I when I started creating content? I didn't start creating content till the pandemic, so I was, let's see, 20, what am I now? 30? Pandemic was what, 5 years ago? 25? Oh, okay. No, a 23-year-old, was because I was like, it was so abrupt. This person was like standing on the sidewalk with like the Ray-Ban glasses on, and was like, kind of like snooping around a little sussy, in one of the like neighborhoods in Chicago. And I was like, are you filming? He's like, yeah, it's like making edits, like blah, blah. And then I was like, how old are you? And he's like, 23. And I'm like, oh my God, to be walking around the streets with Ray-Ban glasses at that age, I would have rather dove into the Chicago River first try Fridays than do that, you know?
Camera become like their biggest pieces of content.
Yes.
And like, well, it's like good for them and that they're making more money and getting more eyeballs. They feel it is good for them.
Yeah.
But like as like a fellow human, episode hasn't released yet. My last guest we talked about, I'm like a huge hater of IRL because like I'm scared of what it's doing.
I did YouTube videos as a teen, but thank God that didn't take off. You did YouTube videos as a teen? Wait, that's crazy. See, here's the thing. I feel like nowadays there's a lot more younger people creating content. I was afraid of the camera as a teen. My brother, I think, dabbled in YouTube a little bit. I think I made not on camera videos. Like, I think I posted, like, I have videos on my one channel that say, like, they're from like 14 years ago. And look, content is different. Like, nowadays, when you think of content, it's like what I'm doing right now. Like, this is content. But back then, there was also, like, a lot of, like, shit posting going on. So I definitely made some objectionably, like, cancelable videos. And, like, this isn't, like, a crazy thing to admit. Like, I think Chatters and I have talked about this before. I think we all have, like, something. We've definitely talked about this. We've all done our own, like, cancelable thing, right? Or, like, engaged in, like, cancelable videos or whatever the fuck, right? Because it was, like, that's just how a lot of stuff was presented in the past, right?
To, like,
I'm
this
scared too.
Not even the IRL streamers, like, they can do whatever they want. Go up there. So
she
she can do
go
whatever she
Aw,
wants. She's
so
in charge
cute.
here with
Yes,
her
of course.
pajamas.
I know.
I'm so scared, not for the IRL streamers, because they can do whatever they want. I don't give a
Yeah.
shit. But, like, so many kids.
Dude, I need a fucking dog so badly. I need to, like, change my work schedule around so I can get a goddamn dog. My parents have dogs. I think they've made an appearance once on stream before, haven't they? There's one is in my profile. Am I balding? Oh, yeah, okay, you're a new chatter here. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about that real fast. Because another new chatter asked this recently. All right. I have to direct you so that you know. All right? Lock in for a second. I do not mind talking about this at all. In fact, there's a part of me that weirdly enjoys talking about this. All right. Let's do it. So, if you go right over to right here it is. Okay. I have another podcast channel, an actual podcast channel. And I have a podcast where I talk about how I got hair surgery done because I was literally losing hair like in these parts of my head. And this is after I got the FUE procedure done. And I even talked about my hair surgery prior to getting it done. I'm like very open about this stuff because why fucking hide it? This was right here. This was a video where I was like, I'm getting surgery. Right. And you can see right here when I start this video off, right, like I had a receding hairline right there. And I had it on the other side pretty bad too. And then the top of my head. So here's the deal. I got hair surgery done. And then what ended up happening is it fixed this. Like this area, it fixed pretty much. See that? And it fixed this over here. But now it's thin right here. So I have a couple options. I can go to fucking Turkey and get that done for a few G's. But the problem is I can't really get to Turkey right now because of everything going on. At least it's a little weird to go to Turkey right now with everything happening. So that's out of the picture. When I got this area worked on right here, hat on, yeah, I used to wear a ton of hats. When I got this area done, it was like 10 G's, but I got it less than that because there was like a time for a discount. There was like I think I got it for like 7 or 8 or something. But god damn, dude, it costs a lot of fucking money. Yeah. So it worked, and then they tell you to take finasteride, which has, and then take these other supplements, which can cause you to get depressed. I took a more natural supplement. It actually made me feel kind of sad for a while, so I stopped taking the natural supplements for a while, and it's this weird thing where you take the supplement, and then your body starts to change, and you don't feel like yourself. This is all men shit. Fucking men. Maybe the ladies take this stuff too. I don't fucking know. I think my aunt told me she took a woman's hair thinning shampoo or something like that. I don't know. And it helped her. Losing my hair, so I just shaved bald. I look like Rick Grimes. That's the first time I've ever got that. I hope that's a compliment. Let me see. Rick Grimes. People say I look like the Breaking Bad guy. Let's see. No! Yo! That people I think people have said my dad looks like this guy before. No way. That's crazy. No. Breaking Bad Jesse is who people say I look like. You guys know who Jesse is in Breaking Bad? This is like my evil spawn that people say. People say I look like Jesse. Like, this is the guy I look like. Austin? I look like Austin Show? Yeah, some chatters say I look like Austin Show. Drug dealer? No! Do I look like Austin Show? Do I gotta make that face? How did he make that face? What did he do? How do you do that face, Austin? This face? Wait. How's it go? I can't make that face. I don't know. You look like Austin. I do slightly. What is it? The eyes? Okay.
Gay and Lebanese.
All right, Austin. We know. We fucking know. You don't have to tell us twice. Oh, it disappeared. Oh, he disappeared. He's disappearing. We had him up. Here he is. Here he is saying it. Oh, that was amazing. You look like Sunday, but with longer facial features. Who's Sunday? Let's see. Sunday. Oh, Sunday. Oh my God. These are my lookalikes. I'm going to have to clip this out now. Chatter's giving me my lookalikes. I actually kind of see this one a little bit. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. And this guy had fucking hair surgery! No! What the hell? No shot this guy had hair surgery. Or did he have head surgery? He got his brain removed. Okay, but I shouldn't joke about that. That's probably actually what happened. He probably literally got his brain removed and transplanted back in. And I'm being ableist. Or did he get hair surgery?
So there's, as you can read by the title, right now. I'm so nervous. You guys want to see how ridiculous I am? Done on.
Oh, he got hair surgery. Thank God. Oh, thank God. So this guy also got hair surgery. That was exactly identical to what I just showed you how I look. That's crazy. I'm getting recommended my own stream. That's incredible. I feel like I reached some new viewers tonight. That's cool. You kind of look like if Alexander had a different nose. Alexander Skarsgård. The Scargarder. The Alexander Scargarder. God, do I just look like every white boy? I look like every white boy. Just drop another white boy name. Why don't you? I look like them all. No, I'm just kidding. I do see this a little bit. The guy, I just need to age. I need to become frickin' 45 and look like this guy. Not beating the white allegations. Looks like I'm not beating them tonight. Do I look like this white boy too? I look like them all. God damn. God damn. We gotta get back to this shit.
kids are like, I'm gonna be an IRL streamer, and it's like the world is gonna be a worse place with everyone doing
dude,
that.
and I could talk about this forever. I mean, if this is what you talked about last time, I won't talk about it for
it was
too
brief
long.
because they also didn't agree with me.
Oh, interesting. Okay, well, I'll be an agreeer.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit nervous about it too. We can talk about this for the rest of the episode. I am split on two friends, and I think again, being 30,
So
you
lay down.
you have this.
You gotta lay down. Come on. Hey.
You have to snuggle. Or
I know.
Not
She says you're
snuggle.
across the couch. I don't have to listen to you.
She's
Lay
looking at-
down.
I almost got you right there, and you won't move. That'll be perfect.
It's just there for the next 40 minutes.
I think that something happens when your prefrontal cortex develops, where you're able to have like multiple different emotions about things at the same time. And on one hand, I love content creation. I love it with like every fiber of my being. I don't think I've ever loved anything as much as I love doing this job. So whenever people are doing things that propel it into new horizons, like propel it, new tech, new experiences, like getting it to new audiences.
New viewer bases, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like there's so many content creators now. When I first started streaming, the bus driver didn't know what Twitch was.
No.
Let's see, what are chatters saying right now? I look like this guy too. I look like Stan. Oh my god. I met my friend's dog today to rescue a husky with different colored eyes. Yeah, I feel like I see that a lot with huskies actually. I also became a husky person over the last like year. I used to be like weirded out by them because they would in the airport. I don't know if this is an Aussie thing too, but at least in America, maybe Violet and Aspen Gold can correct me on this, but in America we get freaking huskies sniffing you out. I think that's what they are, right? Aren't they huskies, the ones that sniff you out in the airport? And I always had a weird feeling about them because of that. Also, I heard J Daddy made a movie named Scumtown High, but I think you shouldn't watch it on live. Yeah, there's a movie I need to watch still that I can't watch on live.
For sure.
Nobody knew
There
what
was like
Twitch was.
5 streamers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was like, so ninja? Like you do ninja stuff?
Oh, no, even before that, it was like Dan's Gaming.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Or like the East where you had like Hot Shot on Owned and stuff. It was
Dude,
like so... Yeah, there was no one... There weren't like
It's
regular
YouTube.
Andys doing live streaming. It was like these were the live streamers. before everyone could
Exactly,
do
and it was like you played games, and also.
Oh my god! Can I show you guys something really embarrassing that I used to watch on YouTube? There was literally one live stream that I used to watch, and I'm literally just gonna embarrass myself right now. But fuck it, you guys are gonna see this, and you're gonna go, what the literal fuck? It's probably not as embarrassing as I'm presenting it to be, but you guys are definitely gonna. And this guy had way more views he was like one of the only live streamers way back that I would like consistently watch. And I'll see if I can pull up an old stream of his. Here it is. Boom. Oh god, this is exactly every single fucking one of these I used to watch. Oh my god, look. This guy, you could not find a nerdier looking person. I swear to God, I spent a good portion of my younger childhood nerding out, and this guy would do you guys know who this is? Chris Perillo? Do you remember him? Look at the kind of views he used to get. I literally, 14 years ago, I watched all of these. So I was 16 watching these. He would do like Canon camera news, Google. He was like a blogger sort of. And I would switch off between watching him. Oh my god, you watched him? This is the other channel I would watch. Ty's iPhone help. I literally watched this.
That's not counting before I was a YouTube partner or anything.
This was literally a video I would watch.
I pay for the website out of my own pocket, and it is getting expensive. I've already upgraded.
I feel like such a dude saying this shit right now. But I literally watched Ty Moss. Do you guys remember this?
Guys, just making this quick video to let you know that I am going to let you guys FaceTime me. If you don't know what FaceTime is, that is video.
If you don't know what FaceTime is, that dates this video so heavy. This is the shit that I used to engage in. Yep. This is what I used to watch. That and Chris Perlo, but Chris Perlo was the live streamer I would watch. It was kind of hard to live stream back then. Like, live streaming wasn't an easy thing as it is now.
Like, if you were a girl and you did it, people would be like, so do you take your boobs out? Or like,
That's
and
horrible,
and it's now, you know, if I tell people, and it might just be because I live in LA now, but like, if I mention Twitch now, people get it.
People get it.
And I think we got Kai, we've got Queso, we've got these streamers that have just propelled like live streaming into like normie audiences.
Who do I watch makes you have nostalgia? I feel like it's still Penguinzo. Either him or... God, who's another one? We've talked about this on stream before. I'm trying to think. I think it is just him. Right? I'll go back and watch actually nostalgic. Like, I'll go back and watch, like, Jib Jab, or I'll go back and watch, like, fucking... Oh my god, shows. Let's get some shows. Shit like that, right? But as far as, like, people that have continued streaming... I did watch a new Chris Perlo stream recently. For you, it's Spy Cake. Chatters, who do you guys watch? Nothing... Wait, I never even read this chat. What the fuck? We mostly use Labradors and German Shepherds as police dogs, but may have... German Shepherds, that's what I was thinking of. German Shepherds, that's it. Spy Cake, the past... Okay, the past videos. Okay. So they're not current YouTubers.
And
dude, I mean, Kai's in like AT&T commercials now,
dude,
or the FaZe guys are in like Prize Picks, like sports gambling commercials, but still, you know, they're like on TV. It's crazy. Yeah,
and then Queso just stays home and is the GOAT.
Yeah.
Dude,
killing it.
He might despawn when the camera turns off. I don't know.
You and Queso are living the dream.
What is it? Can someone explain to me? Is there any Queso watchers in chat? I've never actually watched Queso, but I know he's a big deal. What is his shtick? What is Queso's thing? I just see there's a shitload of people that watch him. That must be a good stream. Some of my skate friends watch him as well, and they'll be like, you have to check out his stream. And I'm like, I'll look into it.
You know, like playing games you want to play.
Bro, I like, one of the best moments.
You watch Queso? He is literally a big deal. Yeah. I assume he's got a really good stream, right? A lot of people really like Queso.
Moments like this, I keep saying this year. When I say this year, I mean 360 day encompassing.
Yeah.
When I got to give Queso, I didn't get to give him as an award, but at the streamer awards when I got to say Queso, because I was like, maybe I'll see this.
Yeah.
Like, maybe this will be the brief. But dude, like him, Germa, there's like a bunch of streamers. King Wolves is a streamer that I've been watching a lot lately.
Holy.
These streamers that just they fucking like they sit down at their desk and they play some goddamn games that they want to play, and then they disappear. They go live their lives. And like they don't need to necessarily like collab with people.
Okay, I want to get a vote. Speaking of playing games, I want to get a vote. I don't know if I can still. Let me see if I can still do this. Oculus casting. Let me see if this is still a thing. Log in to start casting. Okay. And then I think I have to set up. I don't know if you guys would even watch Oculus. Would you guys do that if I tried to do it? I don't actually know. I forget how the audio works on it. Anyways, guys, I'm going to continue making the Tree of Life. And if you don't know what it is, I'm going to be making the Tree of Life in Terry. If you don't know what it is, thanks for stopping by. Harder, appreciate you. Hold on, let me say bye to this chatter. Harder, you boy. Thanks for stopping in. I hope to see you in here for more streams. I usually stream anywhere from 9 to 10 Central. And we talk about internet news and culture and topics, and we have a good time as we did tonight. So hope to see you in here more. You are very welcomed here, chatter. Create your Meta Horizon profile. Oh my god, that almost wait, do this one. Okay, sync the profile. My Meta Horizon profile. Dude, no, I don't want to create a meta. Maybe I don't play this on stream. What the fuck? Maybe I don't play this. Is this like... Let me see. Unless this works right now. You can't... Dude, no. I can't do it, I don't think. Oculus is meta. Yeah, dude, I think it might be cooked for a little bit. We might have to figure out meta for another stream. I wonder if I can N64 or something. I don't fucking know. We'll figure it out.
People that can, like, sure, anybody would collab with Queso. Come on, like that, like anybody would. But they just kind of like they want to play some freaking games.
Yeah.
And I've always admired that.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's like I love collabing, and I'm always just like so game.
I also can't plug in a controller right now because I'm still offloading footage and my slots are taken up. So
for any
that was why the stream crashed earlier, because I'm offloading footage while streaming and my computer was just like, and it collapsed.
Opportunity that I get, but I have really lately tried to kind of like back up in a corner so that way like I can do what I want to do when I want to do it, and that's okay. And if everybody else like just goes off and does maybe content that I'm not down with, or like the IRL stuff, you know, which we'll loop back around to that. I'm super ADHD, so if I go off on a tangent, just be like, come back.
We don't need to.
That's like,
I feel like, okay, hot take. I said this on Threads the other day, and there were a lot of people that were like kind of getting mad at me for this. And I understand why they got mad, because I didn't contextualize it. But I think being on stream makes it seem more contextualized, so I think I can say it. But when I say a bunch of people, I mean I quite literally woke up to like 12 different replies to this that people were like, what the fuck is your issue? But I think being ADHD helps you make content. Because if I wasn't ADHD, I don't know that I could like be a good content creator or like go off on different tangents. Like it requires a degree of talking about a metric ton of different things and just like ping-ponging, kind of. And I think that's how the average viewer likes to consume things. Or even if they're not consuming things, it's like a variety of things within one thing. Meet 9000, what's up, chatter? I remember you. Yeah, I think you've been in other streams. I think. How you doing? How long have I been watching Sam? I'll see how long my sub is. I don't know. 2 years? Threads, sounds like ways people get mad. Yeah, people are just getting mad on Threads now. That's literally what it is.
The value proposition of this show is just, yeah.
This is how you get 4 hours of footage that your editor goes, what the fuck is she talking about? But yeah, I admire those people so much because they just go live and they just like do what they want to do and then they fuck off.
This can be the weekly glazing Northern Line section. Like now, especially now that I have a kid, it's like, dude, that's my dream.
Can I admit something?
4 hours a weekday, go on vacations all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, he's actually living the life I wish I had.
I saw a video of him standing up the other day and I was like, I had no idea the Southern Lion existed. Like, I was like, this guy has a whole bottom half that I never knew.
It's not even bottom half, bottom 3/4. Because like that is such a tight camera.
Yeah, exactly. No, admittedly, I am a recent Northern Lion watcher.
Really?
Yeah, I never watched him, but
Northern Lion? Do you guys watch Northern Lion? Let's see. Why are you putting periods? Northern Lion? Wait. Northern Lion? Wait. Am I losing my mind? Hold on. Wait. Am I confusing my white boys now? Hold on. Northern Lion. Is that not this guy? No, Lion's not about. I don't know if he was racist or anything. Wait, that's a different guy, right? Am I confusing my white boys? All white boys look the same. Seriously, now I'm like in a mental trap. Okay, this guy wears glasses. Okay, it's a different person. Jesus Christ. That's crazy. I think they're different. Okay, thank God. Very similar. Okay, that makes me feel a lot better. Jesus. Were you guys here earlier when I was showing you this? Hassan gave Bob his hat. You guys see that? Hassan passed off the hat to Bob. Oh, it's so good. It's so fucking good, man. Good choice, Hassan. We're gonna miss seeing this hat on stream. Bob will wear it.
Worn it twice when we went to Walmart.
He wore it at Walmart. Oh.
So you're like ultra MAGA. Have you worn that in public yet?
Yes. He's worn it twice when we went to Walmart.
That's cinema right there. That is cinema. All right, let's get back to this.
But I have a lot of people that watch Northern Lion. And then I started doing a lot of stuff with like Chiblee, and like Chiblee's done a lot of Northern Lion stuff. I would never say it to his face, but Chiblee's one of the funniest guys I've ever met in my life. Yeah, he's the best. He says normal stuff and it's funny. All
right, Meat, why are you putting periods? What's going on? What is happening? Tibia the hat has found its perfect home. Yeah, it literally has. That is where the hat belongs.
Sunday I do streams with Chiblee and Hanner, and God, they're funny.
Yeah, they're both great.
God, they're freaking funny.
I met Hanner because we were at the same Stream Awards table for like 4 years in a row. I don't know how it happened, but it was like...
Just can't comprehend a news. No, that's why we're doing a chill stream. We're just watching this podcast with Samwitch and Stanz.
That was our yearly catch-up. Like, have you been? How's the roller skating going?
Hey. Oh, thanks. She came to my birthday party.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, drove from Vegas. It was really cool. Her
Dude, that's crazy.
Her and Will did. But what was I gonna say? Oh, Northern Lion. Yeah. So I kind of recently started watching him because he's an early guy.
Yeah.
What is? Oh my god. Oh my god. I am going to video game myself. What is going on? What is happening?
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
What is going on? What the what is happening here? What is going on? What is this whole thing in my chat? We already had another chatter come in here and remind me of this Heartbreaker person. And then there was somebody else that also was like, Heartbreaker's dead. And then now you're in here and you're saying you're a student of Heartbreak. And then there's also Heartbreak. Like, what is happening? Should I not be entertaining this? Should I just let it go and not entertain it? Should I just put it to the side? I feel like I might get one guide by this whole entire thing. And maybe I'll just let it go. Maybe sometimes things in life are better just to let it go. Robust ocean. Yeah, it's like a sea of people. Check their IPs. It might be the same person. Let's see. Hold on. At meet 9000. Hold on. Is it the same person? There's nothing to be found there. I can subscribe to a channel that has nothing. I don't know. That's interesting.
And I'm not an early guy.
No, you're the opposite.
My hand's so sweaty. Was it you?
Like,
You are the exact opposite schedule where sometimes it's like 3 in the morning and I'm what the hell's going on
Sometimes I like roll out of bed and I'm like sitting at my computer and it's like Northern Lights, like, all right, I'm gonna go hang out with my wife and my baby. I'm like, oh, his work day's over. But yeah.
Was that you, Harder You Boy? Were you pressing the periods? Meat, say something in chat right now.
God, he's funny. He's so witty.
Yeah.
No? Okay. All right. What was the game you were playing? It hurt your hand.
Just like bang, 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 bang. Like,
yeah, the games are.
Get him. I'm not Meat. Okay. I trust
or
you.
like a canvas on which he can just like talk to chat, whereas I like to think I'm a relatively smart guy.
Okay, Meat. Okay, they're in the chat at the same time. Okay.
And have like unique tastes and conversations. Yeah. Dude, I start playing a game and I'm like, I have to talk about the game.
Yes.
I'm like, I need to say what I'm doing or thinking and hear, and I want to win the game now too.
Yeah.
And it's like such the exact opposite of what he's even trying to do. And
exactly.
I cannot.
You know what my favorite Samwitch streams were? Samwitch playing GTA RP. Those were my favorite. Those were so fucking good.
Changed my brain.
The game is the chip and he is the dip. And it does not matter what kind of chip it is. And it could be stale, but it's still, the dip's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, God, he's so witty. He's so funny. And so I've been watching him a lot lately. I do kind of like a mix, I guess, is like sometimes the game is like completely irrelevant and I'm just talking over the top of it. But lately, because I've been trying to be more YouTuber-y, I'm trying to like do more of like put my gaming stuff on YouTube because I play those like fuck ass weird horror games.
Those are the ones that somehow like you'll get a TikTok with 1 billion views.
Yes, no, I had the quarantine zone.
Oh my God, it's almost midnight. It is almost midnight. I think I work twice tomorrow. Let me see. Let me check. No, I don't. Or do I? No, I do work twice. I work twice in the evening. I have a meeting in the morning. Okay, I should fucking go to sleep. Oh my God. All right, I should go to sleep. We can continue this later. I just wanted to like editing, making the new streaming generation. What's this?
Somebody was in Antarctica like yesterday or something like that. Crazy. And so I see.
This is just an interesting podcast. I just wanted to chill out and chat tonight. Oh my God. Yo! Holy shit, I almost forgot about this. I don't know if I should talk about it. Do I talk about this? Hold on. I don't know if I talk about this or not. Maybe I save it. Do you guys remember when I was talking about the Nelk drama the other day? Well, I guess I can recap this really fast. I don't need to watch it. But do you remember when I was like, MTV Jesse I actually have like respect for now because he kind of like parted away from them and did his own thing and he made his own brand and sobered up and blah, 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 became a skater again, like tightened up, all this stuff, right? He ended up making a video about this whole thing, which I think he's like, yeah, I think he like broke his sobriety or something recently. But he made a whole fucking video on the Nelk Steve beef that we talked about the other day. And he didn't really have much of a take on it. He kind of just talked about how he views life in chapters and that each of his friends he saw move on in different chapters and that he was ready to close the page in the chapter when he left. That's really the crux of what he said in this. I thought it was going to be a lot more, but it's worth mentioning that he responded after I had brought him up and being like, I wonder what he would say to it. And then he did. Really interesting. But yeah, we won't.
I do. I've said this before, but it's the truth. I look at life like it's a bunch of fucking chapters.
See? And then he goes in and talks about it. Yeah. Oh, this would probably be...
Why is it so important to have normal experiences?
They're the best parts of life. Like, whether you're living an extraordinary life or not, I think if you're not enjoying those things, you're missing out on like the best parts, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Do you feel like because you're extreme?
Interesting. This would be an interesting thing to watch. Did this guy leave? I've not. It's maybe I'm just not a Nelk watcher, so I don't know. Anyhow, any Hoosier. I need to sleep. I work twice tomorrow. Late, too. I have 2 late gigs tomorrow. And I have 2 meetings. 2 meetings in the morning. So I should get going. Love you all. Thanks for watching. I cannot believe the fucking music is still playing. But what should we play? Alright, let's see. Let's see what we're gonna do here. Which one? Should we do this? Do we do... Or do we do... What's this? Oh my god, look at this.
A man of conviction, a heart reborn. He spoke the truth when the cost was high.
Oh, at the fucking wedding I was at today, they said something and they were like, and these two, they'll always bring the flame. And oh god, I had to like close my mouth as hard as I ever closed my mouth in my life and be like, I so badly just wanted to blurt, they carry the flame. Oh, I had to hold back so hard. So good. All right, we're doing. Oh. My wife who carries the flame. All right, let's do it. All right, I'm gonna head out. Love you all. Thanks for hanging. Appreciate you all. And I will talk to you later. Peace.
Deep with a rumbling spark, I stole an F-16. Unlock the gate and push it free. I stole an F-16. The bird comes alive with a roar of glee. I stole an